Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. The pharmaceutical giant Pfizer has now submitted applications to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for emergency use authorization for a booster dose of the COVID-19 vaccine for children ages 5 through 11. The company said a third vaccine dose raises Omicron-fighting antibodies by 36 times in this specific group. Studies from the CDC and New York Department of Public Health found the effectiveness of Pfizer's vaccine for the age group dropped substantially during the Omicron surge from 68% to 12% to help fight against the COVID infection. However, 2 doses continue to provide protection against more severe illness that could have resulted in hospitalizations. Currently, second boosters are only authorized for anyone 50 years and older and anyone who is at high risk of catching the virus. Nearly 60% of all Americans and more than half of Massachusetts have been infected with COVID-19, many having just occurred this past December. The new research released by the CDC illustrated the path of Omicron as it ran rampant through the states this winter. The number shows that only 1/3 of Americans had been infected with COVID-19 in December. By February 22nd, that number exploded to 58%. The most dramatic rise being among children 11 years and younger, with the CDC estimating around 75% of children had been infected by February. There was a wide variation among New England states with Massachusetts and Rhode Island hitting 53% of residents being infected by February, where Vermont only saw 29% of residents infected. While infection provides some protection against the virus, it is unclear how long that shield lasts, so medical experts and physicians are still urging people to get vaccinated. For those that missed the last one, the Braintree Health Department is back with another COVID-19 booster vaccine clinic. On Thursday, May 5th, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Braintree Town Hall, you can head over to get a booster in the Cahill Auditorium. Boosters are only available for residents 50 years and older and those who are immunocompromised. If you do plan to get a booster, remember to bring your COVID-19 vaccination card and health insurance card. The booster dose provided will be Moderna and will be administered on a first-come, first-served basis. The state is still monitoring and reporting health trends. Yesterday, over 61,000 molecular tests were conducted and 2,807 new positive cases were reported. Currently, 413 people are hospitalized in Massachusetts and 32 are in the ICU. 8 new deaths were also reported. The town of Braintree also continues to monitor COVID data from the state. In the last week, the town hall reported 70 new COVID-19 cases. The town hall website currently shows 9,840 positive cases in total. There have been no new fatalities reported in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
The COVID-19 vaccine doesn't contain the virus, so you can't get COVID from the shot. You may experience things like muscle aches, fever, or tiredness, but these are most likely signs that your body is building immunity to protect against the virus. Learn more.
Welcome back. On Monday, a Norfolk County grand jury indicted Julius Hammond Desir for murder and weapon charges in the January 22nd fatal shooting at the South Shore Plaza in Braintree. Police say the 19-year-old from Maynard shot 26-year-old Dejuan Beasley of Dorchester in front of Beasley's girlfriend and her 3-year-old child inside the mall. Beasley was transported to a Boston hospital where he later died that same evening. The grand jury also indicted 27-year-old Samantha Schwartz of Attleboro on charges of accessory after the fact and carrying a firearm without a license in connection to the case. Assistant District Attorney Ann Yass said during Schwartz's arraignment that she drove Hammond Desir to a Randolph apartment where he hid and that she contacted him while he was hiding. Spokesman for the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, David Traub, said no court date has been set for the arraignments. Braintree America Chorus has proposed a $152 million town budget for the year beginning July 1st. The proposal is a 4.5% increase over the town's current $145.6 million budget. As requested by the school committee, the new budget includes $75.6 million for the school system. The proposal also maintains full staffing in the police and fire departments and adds money for overtime costs, along with the Public Works Department receiving money to cover higher fuel costs and an increase for snow and ice removal. Mayor Kokoris also said the budget restores recreation programs to pre-pandemic levels, and an additional $25.6 million is proposed to cover the budgets of the Water and Sewer Department, the Stormwater Department, the Municipal Golf Course, and Community Access TV. The Council's Ways and Means Committee is scheduled to begin its review of the budget next week. Under the town charter, the Council can only reduce what the mayor has proposed. It cannot increase the budget. The full Council is expected to vote on the budget on May 31st. Last week, I had the chance to speak with Braintree Mayor Charles Kokoris on our new program, Face to Face with Mayor Kokoris. The mayor hit on a number of topics, including updates on developments in the town, COVID, and revenue. Here's more from our discussion on the controversial Columbian Street redevelopment.
You know, there's a large area of land that has just not been utilized, and the planning board will, through traffic studies, et cetera, will look at all of the issues and we'll address them. I mean, we certainly are cognitive of the fact that Weymouth borders this particular development, and will be, sensitive to the needs of Weymouth, as well as, Braintree and the intersections that surround it. So, there's a lot of work that goes into this to make sure that, everybody wants it to work. And quite frankly, the biggest amount of traffic is coming from the medical use, which is, it's going to be Mass General Brigham's. So the existing lottery building will be taken down, and there will be a new building built for Mass General Brigham. And that's, that type of use generates the most traffic. They exist now. It's a consolidation, so they exist in Weymouth, the majority of what's coming to Braintree. So if you go to the Stetson building, I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow, but if you go to the Stetson building, you go to the Harbor Medical Group, those groups are coming to Braintree into this building. So it really, it's going to be wonderful for both Braintree and Weymouth to have that location. But overall, this is a tremendous redevelopment for Braintree, and I think for the whole area.
The annual Braintree Beautification Day will be held the morning of Saturday, April 30th. Volunteers are asked to meet at 8 a.m. at the Braintree Town Hall for location suggestions and to collect rakes, bags, and work gloves. Target areas include the Town Hall Mall, the Braintree Historical Society grounds on Washington Street, the beach and park at Sunset Lake, Penniman Park on Cleveland Avenue, John Leroy Way at Braintree High School, and Smith Beach on Edge Hill Road. Braintree Mayor Kokoris said, quote, "Beautification Day is a great way for our community to come together and play a role in beautifying our town, and I hope to see everyone on April 30th, end quote. For more information, contact the Mayor's office at 781-794-8100 or the Recreation Office at 781-794-8901. The town of Braintree will begin their annual flushing program starting on Monday, April 25th. Residents are advised to expect the possibility of experiencing dirty water during this period. The hours of flushing will be from 7 p.m. until 5 a.m. Monday through Thursday and should have a minimal effect on the water distribution system. Signs will be posted on main streets in the areas that the flushing will occur, and the program should be completed by the end of August. Please refrain from doing laundry during these hours and always check to ensure that your water is running clear before resuming laundry activities. If it is not clear, then run your water until it is, and then run your washing machine without a load in it to prevent the possibility of iron stains. As a reminder, the town of Braintree will not be responsible for damages to laundry due to maintenance work on the water distribution system. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call the Braintree Water Department at 781-794-8097. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Protect yourself from mosquito and tick bites. Use an EPA-approved repellent anytime you're outdoors. Spray it on your hands first, then spread it on your face, neck, arms, and legs. Learn more at mass.gov/mosquitoes and ticks.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. State Representative David LaBeouf from Worcester has been charged with drunk driving after being stopped by state troopers in Quincy. State police said around 10:25 p.m. on Tuesday, they received at least 2 calls from motorists reporting an erratic operator in a black SUV unable to stay within marked lanes on Interstate 93 South in Milton. One caller reported that the SUV hit a guardrail and exited I-93 onto Route 3 South and continued onto the Bergen Parkway in Quincy. One driver who witnessed the incident said, quote, "There was a vehicle driving that had no tire, driving on the rim, went from lane to lane, and it became a chaotic and dangerous situation," end quote. Troopers said he failed a field sobriety test and was unsteady on his feet. Due to this, troopers determined that LaBeouf was intoxicated and placed him under arrest for operating under the influence of alcohol. LaBeouf was charged with operating under the influence of liquor, negligent operation of a motor vehicle, and a marked lanes violation. He is due back in court on June 28th for a pre-trial hearing. The Marshfield Police Department will resume its annual Cops for Kids with Cancer fundraiser on Thursday, May 12th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Haddad's Ocean Cafe. The event will be held in memory of 8-year-old Danny Sheehan, 15-year-old David Moekins, and 56-year-old Stephen Ettridge, all residents of Marshfield who died in 2021. There will be food, a cash bar, entertainment, t-shirts, an auction, and a raffle. The raffle will include 2 signed Tom Brady jerseys, Boston Bruins and Red Sox gear, designer goods, and much more. To buy a ticket or to donate to the auction or raffle, visit marshfieldcopsforkidswithcancer.com. Quincy Community Action Programs will be among thousands of virtual participants to lace up for Project Bread's 54th annual Walk for Hunger. The event gives 60% of all funds raised by teams back to support their own hunger relief programs, with the remaining 40% applied to statewide anti-hunger efforts. To date, QCAP has raised more than $2,400 through the Commonwealth program. The 2022 fundraiser will be the 3rd event to be done virtually and is expected to raise more than $1 million to support Project Bread's work to increase food access for people of all ages in Massachusetts. Money raised through the walk is funding Project Bread's work to ensure kids have reliable access to food, directly helping individuals and families, and advocating at the state and federal levels for expedited and efficient relief for those in need. Walk funds are also supporting community organizations like QCAP that are helping residents to access food and grants to ensure communities have the resources necessary to sustain and grow local anti-hunger programs. To learn more about QCAP, you can visit www.qcap.org. And to register for the event and create a personal or team fundraising page for the Walk for Hunger, or to make a donation, visit projectbread.org/walk or call 617-723-5000. Students at South Shore Vocational Technical High School will hold a walkathon on campus later this month to raise money for classmate Nick Renous, who was recently diagnosed with cancer. Nick, an Abington junior in the school's electrical shop, stopped attending classes in January and was diagnosed soon after. Junior class president Joseph Ercolini and his fellow student council members decided they'd host the fundraiser to help Nick's family cover medical bills and other needs. Joseph also launched a GoFundMe page for Nick with a goal of raising $5,000. That goal was reached in one day, and the total has since surpassed $7,000. Principal Mark Aubrey says the fundraising event will be a great opportunity to bring students together as a community, and he estimates the students will raise more than $10,000. The walkathon will be held from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, April 30th. You can visit the GoFundMe page titled Walkathon for Nick to donate. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Mosquitoes are out. Protect yourself from mosquito bites and the illnesses they can cause, like Triple E and West Nile virus. When outdoors, use an EPA-approved repellent and wear protective clothing. Learn more at mass.gov/mosquitoes and ticks.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Here are some movie recommendations for a night out to the theaters. First up in entertainment is The Lost City, starring Sandra Bullock as a reclusive author, Loretta, and Channing Tatum as Alan, a handsome cover model. The two, while on tour promoting her new book, are kidnapped by an eccentric billionaire played by Daniel Radcliffe, who hopes that Loretta can lead him to the ancient Lost City's treasure from her latest story. Wanting to prove that he can be a hero in real life and not just on the pages of her books, Alan sets off to rescue her. The pair will need to work together to survive the elements and find the ancient treasure before it's lost forever. You can watch this Lost City in theaters now. Next up is Unplugging, starring Eva Longoria and Matt Walsh, who, in order to revive their marriage and reconnect, they take a self-prescribed digital detox weekend to a remote mountain town. What starts as a perfect weekend getaway without technology quickly spirals out of control, forcing them to discover the only way home is to rely on each other. Unplugging was released in theaters on April 22nd and can now be seen. And finally, the semi-autobiographical action comedy, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, stars Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage, a divorced and in-depth self-loathing mess who, after not getting the role of a lifetime in director David Gordon Green's new movie, reluctantly agrees to $1 million payout to attend the birthday party of Javi, a Spanish billionaire obsessed with him. The two develop a strange friendship, some would call a bromance. However, Cage is later informed by two CIA agents that the kidnapped daughter of the Catalonian president is being held captive on the estate, and they need his help to rescue her. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is currently playing in theaters. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for tuning in to Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.